Hey everybody, welcome back to another beginner's guide to Tonex. And in this episode, I'm basically doing a carryover continuation of talking about the brand new, just as of yesterday released Tonex software 1.50. I did a video yesterday where I basically ran over a lot of the new features, and I noticed that a lot of folks had some questions, as is going to be the case when we have a brand new piece of software released that has quite a few changes to the workflow. So I wanted to talk about a couple of the main points today that people seem to be puzzled about and questioning. So one of those things is the idea now that when we come up to the cab section up here and click it, we no longer get a list of cabs. We get the ability to choose whether we want a tone model cab, a VIR, or a custom IR. And we have the ability to lock that cab. And that's about it. So people have been asking, well, how do I get my list of cabs? Let's say I wanted to use this particular amp, but I wanted to utilize it with a cab from a different amp cab tone model capture. Well, it's actually even easier now. Once you kind of get your head around what you have to do with it, how to sort of maximize the workflow of the new features. So let's say this, I'm using my JS Archie Double Cream OD2. Now, another question was here, this is the tone model browser. As I mentioned in the last video, just by clicking to this here, we get a preset browser, right? And what's the difference? Well, the difference is going to be this. Let's say I go to my JS Archie Double Cream OD1, and now you can also just double click any of these parameters here, and they will revert back to their default positions of 5 as they were captured, right? And keep in mind, I can save and manage all my presets right from this list here. So if I hit save and I click that, okay, you'll notice that every time I come back to OD2 now, I'll have the save positions on these encoders, these knobs here on the front of the amp. So I don't always have to be flipping back and forth to my preset browser. I can stay on my tone model browser and manage things from here. I can basically access all of those things right from where we are here in the little mini sort of preset browser up at the top. But getting back to today's topic, let's say that, and I'm going to just take our window here, which we can bring down. I have my custom user folders here. Let's say I wanted to utilize my Archie Double Cream OD2 amp model, but I wanted to see how it sounds with cabs from other captures I have. Well, there's a couple ways we can do this. We can simply come up here and lock the amp on our Archie Double Cream. Very simple. Now that's not going to move regardless of what I switch to. So if I come over to my Brit Silver Double Cream and click that, you'll notice now that I have the same settings on my Archie Double Cream, and now I'm utilizing the cab from the Brit Silver Double Cream, which is down here, and I can see what that is. Cab is based off a Rev Celestion G12H75. You know, very nice stuff. I can flip through those really easily. I could also just come up to all tone models, and let's say I decided that I wanted to use this particular amp model, but I wanted a 412 cab, let's say. Well, I could go down here, bring up my filters, and I could say, I want to use, you know, only guitar cabs. I'll select that, and that are off of high gain and drive sounds, and I want only 412s. And then I can come down here and take a look at the cabs we have here. Bogner 412, Marshall 1960X. Let's say I wanted this one. Now I can click on this. You'll notice now I'm using the cab from this particular tone model in conjunction with this. And I could say that's what I want. Or I could just keep going through the list here until I find one I like, and I can reference the cab based on here. So in this similar way as before, we don't see a list of the cabs, but we kind of do still see a list of the cabs. And they're all shown right down here. We can choose which ones we want, and we can, you know, maybe have the audio demo playing while we flip through these so that we can hear what the change is going to be. Once we find one we like, I could come here and say, okay, I'm just going to save this as such, and I could click save. It's going to overwrite that. It's all good. I can then even unlock my cab because it's saved with the preset, and if I flip out of that and come back to it, I have that particular cab saved with the preset. And it really was that simple. Now let's move over to another particular tone model I have here in the Archie Double Cream OD3. So you see I have this just as I originally saved it. Now another way we can do this is, let's say we've filtered out our cabs down here and we have drive and high gain and the 412 configuration. Let's say we only want 212s. We'll switch it out to that. Now it gives me all those options. Now the other way we can do this if we don't want to lock the amp is I could just come down here, click on any one of these. Don't release it, But you'll notice when I click, what happens at the top is it says drag tone model here or drag tone model here. If I drag the tone model just over the cab section, what happens is I get the cab from that tone model that I dragged up there, but it doesn't change the amp tone model because I dragged it specifically to the cab. Now, if I come to another one and click it and hold it, you'll notice, again, I can drag the amp up and I would get only the amp changing and not the cab. So we can use the drag and drop. Now, if you click and then release, then everything's going to change on us, right? But if I'm on this, let's say this Under Siege tone model down here, but I want the No Such Thing cab, I can pull that up and go and drag that up to there, and I still have my Under Siege. So we can use drag and drop quite nicely to mix and match as well. So we have two ways of doing this. We can either lock amps and then test out different cabs. We can also lock cab and test out different tone models with that cab, or we can utilize drag and drop for either amp or for cab. Now, the neat thing is you'll notice that I've made a whole bunch of changes to this particular preset. You'll notice that because it has a little asterisk beside it, which is telling me I've changed the original tone model. Now, if I don't go save that and I go, oh my goodness, I'm lost. What happened to my original tone model? I can come over here, flip back here. Now, it's showing this selected tone model here. There's a little revert button. I can revert back to before I made changes. I'll click that. You'll notice it now is no longer selectable. When I go back over here, I'm back to my original settings, so all is not lost, as long as you don't go and bake those in by saving and overwriting. But it is going to give you a warning saying, look, this can't be undone when you do that. So as long as you don't go and save it, you can mess around to your heart's content, dragging and dropping things, warping it beyond belief, and then saying, okay, that's not what I really wanted. We click this, we come over to the revert button, and we're right back where we started, which is a really cool feature, and I think something that's going to be quite handy. So I hope that clears up a few of the questions folks had in how we can actually navigate around and utilize the new filter features and really audition things without the worry of messing things up. We can go revert back if we make some pretty dramatic changes, as long as we don't save. Again, that's very important. But we can also, in a very intuitive manner now, either using the lock feature, the drag and drop, really be able to audition a lot of different cab combinations with particular amps or vice versa. And I think it's a really cool way once we get our head around, but it is understandable. This is a whole new graphical user interface and something that's going to take a little bit getting used to once we're used to the other, but I think it is a very big improvement. Sorry, I'm not on camera today. I'm away from my studio, but I wanted to do this video just with the screenshots so everybody can kind of get their head around how you can utilize this in the most efficient manner. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it, and also please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. And today I'm going to let you actually hear the demo video of my Archie Double Cream Tone Model Collection, which I'm really loving, and a lot of folks have been getting a lot of great feedback from this. I want to let you hear what these tone models sound like in and out of the mix. I hope you enjoy the music on the way out, and the links are below if you're so inclined you want to grab a copy of that tone model bundle. Thanks again so much for tuning in. I'll be back really soon with some more Tonex videos. Hope you're enjoying the new update, and we'll talk very soon. Ciao for now.